Hi everyone, this is Marianne and welcome to my channel. In the previous Plan With Me video, which I will link in the description box, I said that I knew nothing except that I had so many dependencies that it was so difficult to plan for anything. Well, today in this Plan With Me video, it's the complete opposite. I know a ton of things regarding what's going to happen. Everything has been set in stone, so to speak, meaning they are scheduled and confirmed, and they coincide with my goals for the short term and the midterm and the long term. So I printed all of my daily planner pages all the way until the end of July 2022. And here they are, already cut down to size and hole punched for the disc bound. These are my day on 2 pages in the A5 slim paper size, which is the height of the A5 but the width of the personal. And of course, I have also created my point 0.6 pages or my half sheets that I insert in the middle of each day. So that is technically a day on 2.6 pages, which I also have a video about, which I will link down below in the description box. These half sheets are already cut down to size, but not yet hole punched. I will do that later. For now, I'm going to put in the day on 2 pages inside my disc bound daily planner volume. I have a video about how I have set up this planner with Holly Go Lightly on the cover, and I will link it down below. Basically, this planner contains only my daily pages and my monthlies. Now let's put the pages onto the discs, starting with the pages for the week of June 27 to July 3. I have split the pages for that specific week because I want to be able to archive the June pages with the June archives, and the pages for July should go into the archives for July. So as you can see, the week is split. But when it comes to the weekly task sheet that I tip in to the right edge of the Sunday spread, that will go into there as usual. I've already made the task sheet for that said week, which has been on the discs since maybe the start of June. And then there is a score line on the printout, and I just use a bookbinding awl as a score tool. And then I fold, crease, and then use glue to tip it into the right end of the Sunday spread so I can fold it out when needed. I have videos on my channel about how I plan, which explains the tip-ins, and I will link all of those videos down below. And then let's just put in the rest of the pages. These pages will all go behind the monthly spreads for July because these are the daily pages for July. And then after all of the daily pages are on the discs, I just tip in the weekly task lists the same way I did that first one. All of these have been freshly printed and cut, so they are not hole punched for the disc bound, and they don't need to be because I will tip them in immediately and won't be putting them on the discs temporarily anymore like I did that first one. And here are all of the tip-ins when folded out. I look at them like this when I'm doing my planning or when I'm looking for a particular task that I wrote in for the month, when I'm llooking for what week I have put them in. Now, after all of the pages are on the discs and the weekly task sheets have been tipped into the proper location, the planner is quite full. These are 24mm metal discs in black, and I really like having these small discs for the calendar volume of my planner. It makes my entire calendar so handy and easy to bring around. This entire calendar section used to be on my catch-all organizer, but that had 1.75-inch rings, the expander ones from the Happy Planner. So I had to bifurcate them recently. I have videos which I will link down below. And now I'm on 24mm discs for my daily planner, so I have to be choosy with this. So these half sheets that I have for tracking will not go all into these black discs. I will hole punch them, but I will be placing into the planner only the sheets for the coming week, not for the rest of July. The rest I will be placing into the supplemental planning binder that is a bit of a mess. It doesn't look good, and I still don't know yet how to make it look better. It doesn't even have an actual proper cover, but it keeps all of the things I need to plan in one place, like the stickers and side reminder tabs. And now it will also hold these half sheets, which I can transfer to my actual planner as I finish and take out the past pages and free up space on the discs. Okay, now the pages are ready. It's time for the actual planning. Here is the monthly spread for June, for which we still have 10 days of as I film this video. And I will put it down to the side and refer to it as I write down information on the daily pages. I will just need to write on the daily pages whatever I have written on the monthly view, because now I have the rest of the daily pages for June, which I didn't have before. And some of them, like most of them, are online classes under the Clarion West online writing program. I'm not in the face-to-face residency program. I'm not a fellow, but I have enlisted for the online program, which anyone can join, and it is going to run until the end of July, which is also, incidentally, when all of my creative writing deadlines will finally be over. I figured the writing sprints at Clarion West will help, so I will sign up for those. But for now, as I'm filming this video, I have only signed up for the actual classes. I selected the ones that I think will be most helpful to my current ongoing works in progress, those that I actually have hard deadlines for. And all of those classes are already scheduled and I've registered, and now I have to place them in my planner. I have also finally caved and used Google Calendar, but only because the schedules for the classes were listed in a different time zone. So I needed Google Calendar to schedule them all for me using my own time zone without me having to compute for the hours manually, because I might make a mistake and actually miss a class. Well, turns out most of the classes I needed were happening at around 1 a.m., 2 a.m. Philippine time, and I am awake at those hours usually, so the schedule will hopefully work out. Now, I have laid out the Zoom class reminders and printed them all out, and I will paste them on my page for planning, which is the right page that you can see here, on the box that's dedicated to my tasks for writing short stories. The box beside it, the one that's green, is the box for tasks related to my ongoing novel. It just makes sense to put the Zoom classes in the short stories box, even though they also are related to my novel, because you will see later that the box for my novel is going to be super, super full as the deadline looms. Okay, now it's time to put in the side reminder tabs for the days when I have Zoom. And I have to do that. I have to have an extra reminder, because the side reminder tabs is an extra tool for reminding me that I have to be home, specifically in front of my computer at exactly that time with my earphones and microphone on. I have I have to have a decent blouse on and not the usual ratty ones that I usually wear when I'm just in the house. And I have to have my notes ready and maybe a drink and a small snack beside me, but out of view of the camera. Things like that when you are going to be in a Zoom for an hour or two. That sounds easy to do for others, but when you're like me and your days are so unstructured, and then suddenly there is this one short period of time when it should be structured, because I should be respectful of the time of other people that I share the schedule with, then that needs reminders and reminders and reminders so that I can do it well. And I'm gluing these side reminder tabs using just this tiny glue pen that I really like. I bought it on Shopee, and the link will be in the description box. Now, all of the Zoom classes are finally on the planner, and the classes, just the classes, not yet the sprints. And now I will proceed to fill in the info for the bills that I need to pay. I have only 2 recurring monthly bills, and I made stickers for them. I have a video about these stickers on my channel, and I will link it down below. I pasted this one on the wrong day, but it was easy to peel off and paste on the right day. And I also have side reminder tabs for the bills payment because I must make sure that I have enough balance on my bank accounts and e-wallets before that day because these are auto debit. And then it's just a matter of filling in the rest of the information on the daily pages. After June is done, I put the monthly pages for June back on the discs, and then I took out the July monthly pages and worked from that. There's nothing major really for July except for these online classes that I've already signed up for, and I will be enrolling for writing sprints for July later on. And I did have to cut down more of the side reminder tabs that I used to mark a deadline because that's very important in my work as a writer. And then here is what I did next. Remember the two different Kanban boards that I made? One was for my novel in progress and the other was for my YouTube channel. I have not been looking at them much, so some of the tasks that need to get done were not getting done. But when I started putting the sticky notes on my daily planner pages instead of on the middle panel of the Kanban board, they miraculously got done. So that's what I did for the rest of the time until July 31. I put in those sticky notes from my Kanban board into my daily planner pages on the days when I want and need to do them, as you can see here. The ones that are higher up on the page are for my YouTube channel, and the ones that are lower down on the page are for my writing tasks. If you watched my two Kanban board videos, these sticky notes will be familiar to you, including what I have written on them. They did not get done. Something always kept coming in the way that's more urgent, and because they were out of sight of my daily life, they kind of lost urgency also, so I'm changing that because I was getting frustrated. And my frustration is really why I signed up for the Clarion West online program. The write-a-thon is going to be helpful because I have deadlines for a short story on June 22 and another short story on June 30. And of course, my novel is due for submission on June 30 as well. And then I'm considering submitting another book length work to someone else on July 31, but I'm not yet sure if I can make it, so I have not put it in the planner yet, but it's listed down somewhere. Planning with sticky notes makes super big and super long projects manageable. It makes it easy to juggle tasks and days against what else is going to happen or should happen for any given day. And it's in bold colors, it's color coded, and the ones that I use anyway are the bold ones, so it jumps out at me as super important. And well, that is how my days are going to go from now until the end of July 31. And it looks like a lot, and it is a lot. It's a whole lot, but I'm not overwhelmed at all. I'm actually very excited. I love writing by the seat of my pants, writing with fire to the point that I forget what time of day it is. I love writing like that, and I also love editing and revising my own work very, very coldly with the highest level of editorial precision. It's like I'm two completely different persons, and I like being both at different times. This schedule that I decided to take on will allow me to do that. I will vlog it too, but only the write-a-thon that will end on June 30. It's just 10 days. So watch for that video on my channel. Make sure that you are subscribed and that you have clicked on the notification bell so that you will get an alert as soon as that video is up. And that is my plan with me video for today. It really is a complete opposite of the previous plan with me video in which I really knew nothing, but I was still able to wax philosophical at that. Well, now I know a whole lot and it's all in my planner. Wish me luck, everyone, and thanks for watching. Bye.